Hello and welcome. As always, I'm your friendly neighbor, Dungeon Master Peter. Welcome to our Dungeons and Dragons session. We play once a week, every Tuesday, from about 4 hours. You've not seen my players today, only because we're focused mainly on the grid of combat. But if we can get them in the picture, we will. But there's Dom right there, who is playing Bousta Rhyme. But he will also be taking care of Gangris because unfortunately Fred's not here today. Same with Ramon, so I'll be taking care of Ramon's character KT as well. And then we got our newest member who's back for her second time, Smiley, who is playing
Thereus.
And then we always have our MVP, most valuable player because he's been here since day one. Travis playing Talbot.
I am contractually obligated to be here, otherwise I get deported back to Canada.
It happens.
George and you were already in Canada.
So we are
Respectfully.
Every session we are getting closer and closer to the very end of this campaign, which is going to end in a bang. If you guys would like to help to make that even a bigger bang, please follow, donate, send me tips and tricks.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Some things I can do to them. Like and subscribe to the YouTube video. Anything that will help make their experience better because they'll be playing all day. A 12-hour game most likely. So they'll really love it.
I'm going to be binge drinking.
Correct. It's going to have a lot of things happen that day, and that day will be April 26th, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
April 26th?
Yep, the 26th of April. Try to see on the bot command. What did you throw? Commands out. And yeah, just let us know. So where we last left off, the group did end up going to Greenest and talking to the mayor, which helped them find out what happened to Greenest. Greenest is still standing, luckily, with the help of Vidpick, who is now the current owner of Greenest. Luckily, Vidpick, with the persuasion of Sirius. Hey, thank you for the follow. I greatly appreciate that. I've grabbed fully by the... Okay, thank you. Thank you, Smiley. I greatly appreciate that. Smiley ended up making a deal with Vidpick in order to get the 900 men. Not Bousta, Gangris got laid. So, yay!
It was a trap.
It was a trap. A very successful trap.
And it worked.
It
on
worked.
The Paladin.
It worked.
Succumb to her.
The group found Metal, who was carrying Trogdor of his Cthulhu-ness. And that's where we left off with a conversation between Metal and Talbot at the inn. So we're going to do a little roleplay with him. My day kind of relaxed and rests a little bit. So even though you guys, so Smiley, even though you're not here in the current moment, as a player, you still want to pay attention and know. So you as a player knows what's going on. You as a character, you have to switch that knowledge off and go, I don't know what you talked about with that other blue guy. What did you guys talk about?
On this episode of Learning Meta Knowledge.
Correct. So Travis, a.k.a. Talbot, we'll go with you and Metal at the bar. Metal just hunched over with a water that looks blue because he looks like he dabbed something in it, and he's just sitting there very tired and exhausted. This isn't blue, but we're going to use it.
Can I clarify that we're in a booth?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. That was rather strenuous and difficult.
It was. Oh, I don't think I'll ever get used to doing that.
You know, I don't know at what point it becomes normal.
Well, there's only so many minds you can go into before you lose your own. but I don't think my magic will ever be considered normal.
I've been there. I'm actually there myself.
Ah, I was gonna ask, how is developing your magic? How's that going?
Well, I have been successful in my ventures.
Ah, so what new magic have you done?
War magic.
Like the title. What does it consist of? Like, what can you do with it?
As of this current moment, I am able to create sinkholes in areas of in AOEs in order to reduce the amount of mass invasions, making them drop. So much like a 20-foot drop, essentially just tactical advantages.
Sinkholes. You're gonna need one very big one if you expect to drop Tiamat down.
Yeah. Well, I'm still doing some research as to some of the things I can do, as this is in the infancy stages, and I'm still developing what I can and can't do.
Well, you can cast Fireball, right?
Yeah,
Have you tried adding a secondary effect to it?
that actually might be a good thing to research and to experiment. And so you see me pull out a journal and start to write.
So, Talbot, as much as I love spending time with you, why did you want to talk in private?
Well, I understand that considering where our backgrounds currently are, and with the unique, how do I say, gifts that we've been granted, we both know what comes with that.
With great power comes great responsibility.
If we ever want to see this continue for ages to come, we have to pass this down on a bloodline.
Are you asking me to have a baby with you?
Well, I wasn't going to say that, but I am asking if you are wanting to go into a business adventure in which you and I reproduce so that we may be able to pass down this magic onto future generations. It would be. I've literally been spending weeks trying to find any other way to do it without this.
Never thought in my life someone would ask me to do that. So is this only as a business ordeal, or is this going to be a business turning into a actual thing?
I care not for relationships.
That's fair. So just business?
More for business, but
Okay.
obviously I cannot deny the fact that you should be involved, and I think that we will continue to have many times in which we will need to share responsibilities as parents, prospective parents should.
Okay.
And so, if there is to be a relationship, it is not to be romantic. It's to be a sharing in partnership with kids. It is to be intellectual as we continue to harness and to experiment with our particular magic.
Talbot, I am all for making it business if that's what you want. So let's get down to details for it then. I'm more than happy to do it. At least 3 to 4 kids. So we can at least funnel through the process if one child gets your power or the other child gets mine, or if it's mixed.
I would say 3 to 4 is an adequate sum.
Okay.
I could agree to that. I could agree to no more than 4.
Okay with that.
I would minimum of 2. In the event that we did end up getting lucky, in which one did, each of those kids did get 1. Could also agree to a 3rd if for some reason the biologies mix and they somehow harnessed both of ours together.
Which would be the most ideal outcome to see what soul magic and war magic can do combined together. At least one boy. I always wanted a son.
And I could tolerate a girl.
Which is fair. Try to see if the magic is more of a gender based, if it's more girls will get my soul magic while boys get more of your war magic, or if it's vice versa, process of elimination, we'll treat it as a study.
Which is actually kind of interesting to see like what actual effects could occur in this situation.
It is. Now, would you think if we try an adoption, if we, as in, we both can ritual cast, like put a child that's maybe not ours into ritual summoning and see if we can at least mix our magic into the child at a young age? Would you be considerate of that possibility?
I think depending on the test subject, that might be worth something to go down.
All right.
I would be open to the idea,
Well then.
but of course I don't want it to be inhumane.
Oh, of course not. No, it would have to be voluntary by either their parents or an orphan.
Which I would be open to that. I might need a little bit of time to really think about if this is something worth it on that end. However, I'm open to the idea of that type of experimentation.
Well then, Talbot, you got yourself a deal.
Great.
When would you like to get started?
You see her pull out her papers and has already written a contract.
Well, just add in the things I've said, and I think I'll be more than happy to sign.
I do add those things, and I initial next to them. I ask Metal to initial next to them so that it's both approved.
You'll do it.
Great. I will be right back.
All right.
I go up to the barkeep.
Okay. This is Timmy. Very tired.
Do you have a room?
Yeah, I think. Yes.
How much? How much for the night?
How much are you willing to pay?
How much is it worth?
He pulls out a paper. How much you got on you?
That's not. Is that how this works?
No, that's what the paper says.
Well, I will give you 3 silver.
And it says, ask for 2 more. 2 more, please.
I hand him 4 silver and 10 copper.
Okay, works for me. Here's a key.
Hold on, I'm subtracting funds. Okay. And thank you. Where is this?
Upstairs. Door to your second left.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I head back over to Meadow,
He's still drinking his blue drink.
and I kind of grab him by the arm and tug him to go upstairs.
Okay. And wipes his hand on his pants.
And I go into the room,
Okay.
and I open it up, and I motion for him to come in.
He'll follow.
I close the door, and I immediately strip down to nothing and get on the bed.
And coitus happens. Hey, Talbot got laid. It took almost a year, but Talbot got laid. Alright, while they're doing that, so we're not gonna roleplay the sex. Well, not.
No, because it's not enjoyable.
Roll a Constitution check. I'm kidding.
Sometimes if we want to have fun with it, we'll be like, okay, let's see how well you do. Roll a Constitution saving throw.
Roll a performance check.
Oh, performance check. I want to see, actually. Let's see how well Metal does. We're not going to discuss that. Hey, suck it, nerd.
That
Thank
one?
you, Eclipse. What was that?
That one.
Not that one, but
Lower than 5.
higher than 5, but barely.
So that you know,
Yeah, I saw it.
your sound alerts are under everything.
Yeah, I just fixed it.
Second, nerd.
It should be fixed now. But thank you for the sucking in.
I swear, if Singwin finds out,
Oh.
I'm going to literally murder every single person in this.
I am actually texting him right now.
You don't.
I have to.
No, you don't.
Yes. Talbot got laid.
Sorry.
Hasty.
I mean, it's not like he's gonna respond to it anytime soon.
I'm going to literally turn chaotic evil, and I'm going to literally murder
Look,
Smiley's second cat.
Respectfully.
he deserves to know, okay?
If he wanted to know, he would have watched the VOD.
I know, but you know. Where did I put this? Where is the next one?
Sing it.
Okay, so that needs to go back up. Alrighty. Okay, so other than that, we'll say you guys rested as well. Just kind of just go to the next day.
There you go.
Oh no, I didn't stay the night.
Oh, I know. You guys had multiple rounds of coitus. Well, actually, hold on. You guys had approximately 2 rounds of coitus.
2 rounds of baby making.
2 rounds of baby making.
Okay. In which afterwards I would get dressed and then say I will let you know in a month's time if it works.
Oh, he goes, oh, okay. They're really confused for a second.
I toss the key on the dresser and go, good night, and I walk out with all my stuff.
You know I have a house. Fuck it. I guess I get to sleep here tonight. As he says very loudly.
Room's already paid for.
That room's already paid for. So...
We don't waste coin in this house.
So you guys sleep at the house where Metal's at, or just the house nearby that's vacant that the mayor gave you guys. You rest up. So spell slots, HP if lost, are regained. You guys will meet back. Back at Metal's house. Trogdor is still asleep, but Violet is outside. Cup of coffee. Everyone, as a group, will show up. Talbot, I'm assuming shows up with them, so you will return to them and then come back with them.
Or we could just meet there.
Oh yeah.
Well, I was at the house where everyone was sleeping.
So
Okay,
yeah, so
so yeah.
Talbot already came back to the house, so
So Talbot came back late.
yeah. Can I
Do you want to roleplay that?
can I do the dad thing?
Yeah, you can do that thing. So as Talbot comes home, opens the door and see if no one's awake, so she tries to sneakily come.
I don't snake. I don't care.
Okay, so she.
Yeah, the door, like, I'm just, like, chilling in, like, the living room area, just, like, drinking, like, some type of, like, herbal tea, full, like, elephant. So, like, the trunk is holding the tea glass, and I'm just sitting there with both my arms, just, like, having the whole dad thing where both the fingers are connecting, but nothing else is touching. Just going, oh, welcome home. How you been? Long time no see.
You sound strange. I literally saw you not long ago.
Yeah, long enough. Usually people are home before, midnight? 1 a.m.?
I was working.
Oh, I can tell.
Okay, what feedback do we have?
Are we getting feedback?
Yeah, we're getting feedback. Because I can hear you twice.
My
We
mic
don't
is
have the
muted.
headphones in.
My mic is muted. I have my AirPod in.
I'm muted too.
Who can you hear twice? You can hear me twice?
Hello. Okay, it should be good now.
Mic check, testicles.
Yeah, it should be good now.
Alright.
Hopefully, we'll find out. Let's continue.
And I still have blood from all of the hits I took earlier in the day.
Yeah, like you didn't want to, like, rest up or anything? You just want, like, still working through all that?
Yeah, I'm still working through it and was able to talk to Meadow about his magic.
Oh. How'd that go, by the way? Haven't seen him in a while. 3 weeks? 2 weeks?
I have not seen him in a while either, but he's a very intelligent person.
Nice. Any luck on recruitment efforts or anything like that?
Well, I believe we talked about it earlier when we were all here that Meadow was going to be assisting.
I didn't know if he had, like, with what you were working, if you had any more information. Sorry, it's late. I've been staying up a lot later than I should.
No, it's okay.
Tea? Joe Gray.
All right. Okay, I'm not good at reading the room, but you sound weird. So,
I'm gonna just put it this way. I'm an elephant. I have very great sense of smell, and you smell like coitus.
well, yeah, that would be accurate.
Okay. All right.
I was working.
I high five Talbot and go into my room.
Oh my god.
Well, I do not expect any. I should not expect anything less from Talbot. I should not.
I had to do it.
That's fine.
This was well worth it.
This was worth it.
I bet it was.
This was worth the time. Thank you.
And Travis, you have your headphones on, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me do. Is it me?
No, it's not you because it's not picking up. It's
Is there
picking
a-
up every time I talk, and Travis's mic is blinking. Which is weird.
Probably because I had to turn my mic up all the way, so
yeah,
it's
you might-
picking up the headphones.
Okay. Are you watching it from Twitch? But your computer is on mute, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I was just saying for Smiley.
Did it change now?
Yeah. I mean, if your computer's on mute, it won't broadcast the Twitch sound.
Well, I can't mute it because I gotta listen to.
Yeah, no, you're good. You're good.
Okay.
Okay, so it looks like we. All right, we'll continue.
Mic check. Mic
If
check.
anything, we'll just have to unfortunately deal with it. So you guys go to bed. Everything happens.
I'll go to push to talk.
Okay, cool. You guys meet back up at Meadow's house. Again, Tark over the seat. Violet, who is a Asmar, is outside. Cup of coffee. Just standing at the door. Seeing you guys arrive. She'll look at the group and says, "Morning."
Good morning.
Morning.
Talbot,
Yes.
where the fuck is Meadow?
Oh, he's at the tavern.
What's he doing there? He didn't come home last night.
Well, he had a room to himself, so
Why the fuck did he have a room to himself?
you can probably talk to Metal. He's there.
I don't have time for this.
He was working.
What was he working on that he couldn't do it here?
Bousta literally just shrugs.
Anyways, she'll...
We can't just go to the tavern and...
No, it's fine. He'll show up eventually. We're, on a little time crunch. She'll wave her hand and right in front of you guys, kind of down before you get to the house, a table of food appears, chairs and everything. We're having an outdoor breakfast.
Oh, you had me at breakfast.
Good. Trogdor stunk up the house. That's why I'm out here.
Well,
Have you ever bathed in orc gas?
No, and I don't care to.
Yeah, I didn't care to either.
I have a lot of comments I want to make on that one, but then I'm going to. I'm going to grab one of the plates and just start fucking loading up. You just see surprisingly for an elephant man, just mountains of protein.
Oh yeah, that's surprising.
Well,
That's not surprising.
for an elephant eating other animals,
Now, okay, that's fair.
a non-herbivore elephant, is
So
that surprising to you?
as you guys are halfway through your meal and everything, so for those...
It's a bacon tower. It's nothing but bacon.
Oh, nice. For those of you just joining, or for Smiley, anytime we're in a table scene,
Okay.
in D&D, however your posture is and your hand movement on the actual table here is how we see your character.
Okay.
So if you were, I don't know what you were doing, but if you were just doing that, we just see your character in the game just rolling dice. Out of nowhere. We don't know what the fuck you're doing, but hey.
I'm sitting at the table cross-legged right now.
Yeah, so
With
it's
my hands in
a
my
little thing for you. That's how I do table scenes.
Okay, well.
That will go
like
for
this.
me as well, depending on what character I'm portraying.
Boosta's man spreading with nothing but bacon and eggs.
Dante is just chugging 2 beers at once.
Thereus is sitting cross-legged, straight. hands up.
Halfway through your meal, Nettle shows up with his boots in hand, his little cloak over his shoulders, just walking.
Oh, that's where it's from.
As though it would be like, the walk of shame, but he's just casually just walking. He goes, breakfast.
Oh,
Metal.
good morning.
Oh, sorry, prestidigitation. Much better.
That's better.
Moves on. All right. He sits at the head at the table, sits down. Cheers. Oh, wow. Cheers.
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 All right, down to business. Second business.
Sorry.
Yeah. Anyways, so the goal is still the same. We'll have Violet, myself, when Trogdor wakes up, Trogdor and Dante head down to the North Stars. And if we can't get them to give us men right off the bat, the goal is to get them to the meeting spot. So wherever you guys go, if you can't get the men right away, just convince them to go to the meeting spot. We can discuss it then. He'll hand Talbot a stack of cards. Those are from Eugene. Just give them to whoever your group, organization, even if it's a group of bandits. It works. That will help them guide them to the meeting spot.
I take a look at one of the cards.
It's blank right now. You need Arcane to use it.
Also, can I look at it?
You need Detect Magic. Anyways.
And so these cards reveal the location of the meeting and act essentially as a map?
Correct. We're going to do our best to at least convince them to send someone as a representative of them, and all decisions will be made there. So there won't be, let's go back to our kings, queens, lords, or ladies. A decision will be made there.
I think that sounds fair. And these are from Eugene?
They are.
So we're gonna have
Good
to
to know.
convince people that it's not a trap that we're bringing all the high rollers to one
Correct.
location. Cool, great. Yeah, like this isn't going to be an absolute disaster.
So, from what you guys told me is you got 900 of Vidpix men.
Yep.
We need to fill up 5 pathways of men. So, there'll probably be more people going in Vidpix paths, but we need enough to fill in 5 locations. So just to let you guys know an idea of how much men we need.
How many men are we expecting to try and fill up a path?
Honestly, as much as we can get. Adventurers will help as well. Former allies you guys may have partied with.
More so trying to say, like, minimum. Like, if we're scraping bottom of the barrel and we're looking for anything.
Just to either hold the line for as long as it can, at least 500.
Okay.
At least you can hold up a beach area
Alright.
with 500.
Okay.
Don't think you can advance much further with 500, but...
Yeah, but that's... If we're looking just for flat-out defense, it gives us something to hold the line.
Correct.
Just trying to get an idea of how we're going to be looking.
Correct. Anything more than that would be great. Obviously, in this case, Arcanists and healers would be top priority. Or anyone who has any medical knowledge. Both myself, Violet, and Trogdor will participate. We'll just need to discuss it with where we go. We also made friends with the mercenary group that the first group bought to help them fight the orcs. So we'll be employing their service once again. Unfortunately, I don't know how their manpower at the current moment, so
Yeah.
I'll be setting up a meeting spot with them. So if anything, we will at least have a mercenary group on our side.
Good.
The last time this mercenary group was called, approximately how many people were at their call?
I think it was 100.
Even if it's half, that's 50 more than we would have had before.
Exactly.
Correct. And honestly, I didn't think Vidpic would help, but I'm assuming he has his agenda over there, so he probably doesn't want to miss out on this opportunity.
I throw a piece of bacon at Thereus.
Catch it in my mouth.
Either or, we're gonna need his help, unfortunately.
Don't remind me.
You're welcome.
Fuck off.
Just
Well, we've already got
Respectfully.
900.
we do, but unfortunately, we can't count on Ravnica to participate in this. So, home location's out.
Yep, it's out for the 3 of us at least.
Yes, but that does not mean we can't employ people who are on visas out of Ravnica if we do find them. Since they're already out, they won't be fighting under the representation of Ravnica. Since we fight, we won't be under the representation of Ravnica. We'll be under ourselves.
That sounds accurate.
Sounds like a legal loophole, but honestly, I'm for it.
It is, but for us three, when we participate, we cannot have any of our symbols showing.
I look down at my robes, which are literally blue and emerald with a giant fucking sigil. I'm like,
Yes, that's gonna have to be changed.
anybody know a good tailor around here?
Tolis should have one.
After
Which is where
Tolis.
you
It
guys
looks
will be
like-
going.
It looks like I'm gonna need to go clothing shopping.
Same. So,
Well, it looks like Talbot. Looks like I know where we're going next time. We take a pit stop.
from
Well, our next pick stop is in Tolis.
Yep.
hopefully you can convince the dwarves to help. If you do run into the drow and or orcs as slaves there, ask politely if they don't kill you on sight.
Revolution! I'm sorry.
But if anything, I will meet you next to a drow entrance, and we can at least set up a meeting. So, dwarves is on you. You guys gonna have to convince dwarves somehow. But hey, 100 dwarves is better than 50 humans. He looks around. Okay, no one's human. Oh, sorry, Kingers.
Me wearing the fucking
But I know you're an elephant. It's different.
Yeah, it's fine.
A Luxodon.
I know, but it's funny to see his reaction when I call him an elephant.
It's 50-50. It depends on if it's demeaning or not.
Yeah, fair.
You don't need it condescending. Bitpick did.
Yeah. Okay, at least he didn't play I'm Blue Da Bida Buda in your face the first time you met him. He called me the walking, talking depression.
Well, that's rude.
It was.
Bousta tries to hold back a laugh. It's not funny. It's not. It's very mean. I'm sorry that happened.
Appreciate it.
I'm starting to notice your inflections. Are you okay, Bousta?
I'm fine. Just not going on right now.
Are you having a panic attack?
Yep, sure. I'm old. Don't know what's going on with my body anymore.
So he...
I'm not a cleric, so I can't fix that. So
Yeah, it's
good luck.
fine.
Okay, Joy. Sorry. Let me... so I recommend your guys' route to go. He'll pull out a map. Where is it? Sorry. It's been a while since. So you guys are here. For those of you guys who are watching this stream or YouTube, I'm just showing them the correct route to go. It would be most likely through here, through the forest would be the quicker way for you guys to go. There is a cabin in the middle of the woods that you can stay out for a night. And then from there, if you are looking to talk to some orcs that have become more civilized and or for hire, you can make a detour to the town straight ahead, or you can go straight into the mountains and go for the dwarves.
Can we do both?
You can. It's just one would take a little longer than the other. I don't know how compressed you guys are on time, but if you can make the orc... Oh, no, sorry, that's right. You don't need to go here. I'm sending Trogdor and Violet here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, no, Trogdor and Dante there.
Because Violet and Metal, you guys are taking care of
Correct,
those three southern towns. Tridor and Dante are taking care of the small town, so we can immediately go
That's right.
Straight up.
Sorry, I was, last night is still in my mind.
I'm sure it is.
Okay. Then I guess after you spend rest of nights in the cabin, in the woods, we'll just go up straight to the entrance. Don't worry, the dwarves will find you.
Oh, great.
All you have to do is get lost. That should be easy, getting lost in a mountain.
Yep.
That sound like a plan?
Perfect.
Cheers.
Alright.
I also didn't realize I grabbed the
But then if we are able to convince the dwarves, then we will head on straight through to Tolis.
I grabbed the mess at our reach.
Yes, I will. Once you guys get close to the exit, I will meet you close to the exit, and then we can stop and talk to the drow, which I would have to most likely return my whip.
Or just don't bring it.
Out of curiosity, how did you come across the whip?
Oh, a former adventuring party that I ran into. What was it? Was it a halfling? No. Oh no!
don't.
No, I forgot. May stole it.
I'm sorry, what?
Yes, he stole it right off of a drow priestess. Ask him about that.
Well then, that was good to know.
Just old senile ass just laughing.
Other than that, he will. For those of you who don't have it, gifts. He'll toss each and every one of you guys a small jewel. You can place it anywhere on your body, and it works as a irene. Do you want to eat it?
No, I was gonna pop at my nostril.
Oh. That way you guys can communicate with each other from a long distance, or at least send a message to us without having to use a spell slot. And as long as you concentrate, we can at least open a communication channel.
How big is it?
Well, you can squeeze it and widen it to make it as a giant as a beach ball, or you can shrink it to a small earring.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna do. I was gonna shrink it to a small little just normal a normal circle ring, not like a stud, but just a regular.
It can also be attached to weapons. It won't get your weapon any bonuses or anything, but it will just be firmly on there.
Look at my hammer. Okay. Actually,
I pull up my wand.
I attach mine underneath the other nose ring that I have.
Okay.
So now I have 2 nose rings.
Hey!
Mine is attached to my wand.
Meadows is attached to his loot.
I now have 2 septum piercings. Fuck with me!
Hey! And you don't have to decide where it goes. You can decide later on where it
I'll
goes.
just put it on my weapon.
Maybe I'll be an edgy
Pistol
teen
or-
and making an eyebrow piercing. Who knows? Let's see what happens.
Alright. If we're ready, he chugs his drink. We'll see you guys at a meeting spot. Remember, just if you can't get the men right off the bat, just send them to the meeting. Just try to convince them to go. Unfortunately, you got no proof that this is happening. But try, if you need to do a favor or a task for them, our best bet is to gain as much as we can. You will meet Zongus and Tolis, so once you get there, hit up Zongus, he'll give you your next instructions.
Alright.
Sounds good.
Alright, he'll wave bye everyone and he'll give Talbot a little fist bump.
I will extend my palm out and
Yeah, okay, yeah, I think that's appropriate. Alright, well, I'll see y'all later. And he'll go back into the house and
So
Violet will let him.
How does the message ring work? Is it to everyone in the party, or is it a specific person?
So before he goes, he
Yeah.
will kind of activate for everyone, and it will say, "Welcome to Irene 6.0. Contacts listed," and it'll get for everyone in the party. Contacts added: Metal, Violet, Trogdor.
So it's all individual contacts, not like a group call.
Correct. Until you make a group call. So it's
I
all
will use.
voice activated.
I will do one test and send it specifically to Bousta, and I will say, "I'm testing just to make sure that this works. Don't freak out, because if you do, that's weird."
And then you will hear messages from Talbot.
I reply back going, "That was the most awkward interaction I've ever seen between 2 people, and honestly, I'm thriving for it. Can more of that happen later?"
And then again, Talbot, you'll get Bousta
Bousta.
from Bousta.
Bousta from Bousta.
That's how it's gonna come in. From Bousta is everyone's just gonna get Bousta.
It's the Bousta from Bousta.
I'm gonna write.
And out loud, I go, "None of that was. This is perfectly normal. What was awkward about that?"
Let's move on.
Okay,
All right.
Musta from Bousta. I wrote it down. So anytime anyone receives a message from Bousta, it will say Musta from Bousta.
I've broken the 5th wall.
All right, so Violet and Metal will stay to take care of Trogdor. Dante is going to bid you guys farewell, and he'll see you at the meeting spot since his partner is incapacitated right now. So they will probably leave the next day. If you guys need any supplies or whatnot, you can go ahead and open up a player's handbook and get some. But if you guys are okay with your current supplies and everything, off we go.
For base supplies, yeah, I'm okay.
So we'll just, if anything,
I'm assuming that.
rations, we don't need to worry about it, anything like that.
Yeah.
We don't need to worry about rations. Or
As in, you don't need to go tell me you're buying X amount of rations.
I'm buying 17 rations specifically.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I can just tell you I'm buying rations and water, and then just subtract the funds from it.
I know, you don't need to subtract the funds. You can just... I'm not too
The
worried
good
about it
people
right
of Talbot are giving us free food and water.
now. If anything, if you want
Not good
anything
food.
other than what rations are, you just at the next resting point, tell me you're going hunting, and we'll go from there.
It's beef
Gotcha.
jerky and salt water, but you know,
Yeah,
it's,
pretty much. Alright, so actually we will switch back over to the other map. I'll go ahead and kind of let the viewers at home kind of see you guys' pathway. Alright, so their goal is, let me go ahead and just erase all that. We'll go ahead and give a brighter color than blue.
You like a red, yeah. Red will stand
Alright,
out
so
more.
their goal is to head, I don't know, okay, there. And I gotta head out, good looking. Thank you, Eclipse, thank you for staying as long as you did, greatly appreciate it. Their goal is to head through the forest. Halfway, they will get to a cabin in the woods. They will stay there for a night.
Lost in the woods.
And then make their way to the mountain, which they will run into the dwarfs.
Mountain.
Can I ask a clarification question?
Yes.
Where on this map is the rendezvous?
Nowhere on this map.
Got you.
Are you talking about the rendezvous, the meeting spot?
Yeah, to meet back up with
Metal.
the groups.
Well, with Metal, he'll meet you inside the mountain. He'll teleport for you guys. But with everyone in the meeting spot with Eugene, that will be in the full Four Palm Seas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I meant specifically the one with metal.
Oh yeah, he will
If
teleport
it's in
to
the
you
mountains.
guys. Yeah,
Good to know.
yeah,
Thanks.
no problem.
Right. We're still in Tolus, right? Like that's not the on high mountains. This is just a mountain range in Tolus.
In the Tolus vicinity. So kind of, let me go back here and pull out the regional map. So
we're like in like the
right.
We're like in like the southwestern tip right now, right?
Yeah. So right here ish. Am I doing it? Yeah. So right here ish is a mountain path. There's a mountain here.
Okay.
And then Greenest is in this area below.
That's what I thought. Okay.
And then the Onheim Mountains, if I have an actual map of it, but I don't know if I actually put it in here.
If not, it's fine. Like if
Yeah. So this
But
was
yeah.
like more continent.
because I just wanted to make sure that it was in. We were still in Tolus and not going to the Onheim Mountains. To try
Yeah,
to
you're still in
okay.
Tolus. Tolus is
Cool.
a little bit of a bigger region.
Yeah,
The Onheim Mountains is just out of Tolus's jurisdiction.
got it.
I thought I have it. Oh no, I know I have it.
It's
There.
somewhere.
Oh, here we go.
It is what it is. It's fine. I just wanted to make sure we were in the Onheim Mountains. But
No, I want to show it. I'm proud of it.
What are you good?
You good, Smiley?
Yeah, bye.
Are you?
Okay.
Mommy too.
Oh my.
I swiped the wrong way.
For you guys, unfortunately the people at home can't see, but right here. So these are the mountains you're going to be going through.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So a little bit of enemies. Tolus here on high mountains, and then other regions that the group never explored.
10-4.
Go ahead and pop that down. Alrighty. Sorry, I'm getting...
For those that don't know, 10-4 means understood. I get that.
Thanks, Travis.
Quite surprisingly, there's a lot of people that don't know what that is.
Okay.
And I was shocked.
10-4. Damn it. Alright.
10-9.
10-9.
104?
103? 103?
105.
Alright. So it will take, I think, X amount of... so you guys will get... You guys make good pace, since you guys know it's a little bit of a hurry. Oh, before, do you guys rent horses, or are we doing all this on foot?
I'd say we rent horses. I think
How expensive is it?
Horses? One. I mean, you guys are only two here, so you three. Sorry. You guys can
I
say.
would say we rent horses, especially if we are on a time crunch. We're trying to recruit as much people as possible. The
Fair.
less time we waste traveling, the more time we can spend actually either A, talking to people, or B, doing the menial tasks in order to buy in their trust in order to give us
Acceptable.
assistance.
Alrighty. With the horses and just kind of go like giving at least amount of breaks as possible, we give the necessary amount for the horses and anything. You guys are able to cross the region of Tolus to the cabin in about 2 days.
Okay.
So you will reach it at the beginning of the second day. And this is where Metal said you guys should rest, at least for a day.
Yeah.
As you guys kind of follow the path, the horses strangely know where to go. Because all Meadow said was, it's in the middle of the forest. He didn't actually give you guys directions to the cabin, but strangely enough, the horses are kind of just going exactly where they need to go.
Did we get like horses from like Metal or his companion, or like
It's disabled. Those drunks you were hanging out with? Yeah, those guys.
Okay. And then, based off of like the path that the horses are following, is this like kind of like a well-beaten path into the forest, or are they just kind of like literally bobbing and weaving through trees?
Bobbing, moving for trees.
Holy fuck! Good on them.
Yeah. Until
Good shit,
you
good
get
shit.
to
Good shit.
because the main road would be because you guys didn't take the main road, you just went through like fields and then into the forest from the side.
Yeah.
The horses will eventually get onto the main road with you guys and turn off to a side where actually we'll stop, and on your left you see a little arch that has two different languages. Half of it is written in one, the other half is written in the other.
And what languages will those be?
Who speaks Inferno and Halfling?
I can speak it.
So you do, I know, due to your racial traits.
I've got nothing. Let me see what Gangreth has.
I'll see what KT has.
I do not speak. I do not speak Infernal or Halfling.
Okay, it's a note on KT.
Neither for Gangreth. He's got Celestial Common Dwarvish.
Okay, so you will only know the beginning half of this, which is we found, and what's weird about it is the middle one is
Half and half.
like, yeah, the word is like half in your language, but then half in the other, and then it continues the phase in the halfling.
Okay.
But you have LO.
L-O?
LO.
I swear to God.
L-O.
I swear to God.
Like the letter.
The letter L and O.
Is it? We don't know how long it is.
I can't meta this. I can't
You
meta it.
can't.
How long the word is?
Due to halfling being mixed into it, it could be anything else.
We found love.
That's what I'm like. Is that what it's just gonna be?
Possibly, but unfortunately, since no one speaks halfling,
Fuck you.
How fast can I learn?
to take a little bit. So Bousta's going to the restroom, so we'll kind of just hang tight here for a little bit. I'll get the maps back up, and then we'll continue from there.
It's the one time where I wish I had comprehend languages,
Right?
but never needed it. So
That's fair.
hindsight, 2020.
Hey. Ba, 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 ba. Ah, ba, da, 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 da. Ah.
The thing that is hindsight 2020 is knowing that you should be following this channel if you're not already. So make sure to hit the follow button towards the bottom of this video, and make sure you follow the Twitch page and subscribe to the YouTube page.
Correct, because any fundings we get from here, YouTube or whatever, will help me impact the next campaign, which will be starting later this year. And also be determining how much funding they get for the next campaign. Mainly because I will be producing no fundings for the campaign whatsoever. So I will only be buying Dungeons & Dragons supplies for myself. So whatever we have currently is what we're going to be using for the next campaign as well.
forget to donate, subscribe.
Yes.
Really helps out what we do here.
So as you guys see
It
that,
helps Peter.
do you guys
Love that, man.
motion forward, or do you just like stop? This arch is very well carved.
Is there like, how big is the archway itself?
It's about I'd say 15 feet.
Okay, so we could like reasonably bring the horses through.
Yeah.
Then yes, I'm gonna continue with the horse.
Okay.
Can I look at the archway really quickly to see what kind of craftsmanship this was?
When you mean craftsmanship, you mean exactly what?
If this was made by dwarves, if this was made by a particular tribe.
Perception. And history.
Both perception and history?
Yes, history just kind of just know their architecture or work, and then perception to kind of see if you notice which one exactly it would be. Don't worry, folks. He is rolling. He just has a push to talk, so we're not hearing his dice.
Here, I'll do the clunk for you.
Ah, thanks. Clunk, 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 clunk.
17 history and 14 perception.
Okay. Takes you about 4 to 10 minutes to kind of just like look over history. So the group will kind of like be on their horses while you're doing this, and you will eventually figure out it is halfling. It's done by a halfling.
Okay. Interesting.
Both sides are done by a halfling. So the written in Inferno is done by halfling, and then the halfling side is obviously done by a halfling.
Well, this is interesting.
Wait. Sorry.
Does anyone know what languages this is in?
Yeah, that one's in gibberish, and that one's also in gibberish. I'm dyslexic. I don't fucking know what to tell you, dude.
I know the first.
The first one.
The first half. I know the first two letters are L and O. That's all I got.
In what language?
Inferno.
Inferno.
Infernal.
Infernal.
Because
Inferno.
this actual structure wasn't made by a group of halflings.
Interesting.
What do you say about this, Mr. Bear? Sorry, I just want to point him out.
Fred.
So
You was a bitch!
if this is a halfling architecture,
So we're trying to decide if we want to try to break down the door.
It's just an archway. I was just gonna go through it.
You're just gonna go through it.
Yeah.
Can you put your hand in front of the camera?
Yep.
Yeah, it's frozen.
Did I do it?
Can we afford 10 minutes and 6 seconds?
There we go.
Okay.
Sorry, Travis. The
Are we?
camera was frozen.
The camera is still frozen.
still
Now it just has our
frozen.
hands.
It's fine. We'll work
Double
with
check your
it.
computer and make sure that it's still golden.
Travis, you there?
So golden.
I'm still here.
All right,
So
cool.
connected.
Yeah.
Golden Discord.
Oh, sorry. So while she's doing that, Talbot asked,
Connected.
"You wanted 10 minutes?"
Disconnect.
If we can afford to wait 10 minutes and 6 seconds.
All right. Do you guys think you guys can afford to wait the 10 minutes and 6 seconds? Sorry, they're trying to figure out the camera issue. There we go. Okay.
There we go. We're back.
So do you guys want to wait the 10 minutes and 6 seconds for, I'm assuming, Talbot to cast a ritual spell?
If that's the case, I'm gonna go. Like, we're still like kind of like really close to the forest, right?
You're in the forest. You're like in the middle of the forest.
I'm gonna go apple picking while Talbot's doing that to try and find apples for the horses.
Okay. So you get down and you just survival check.
Okay, no one has told me no, so I'm going to go ahead and start the ritual cast.
I
Detect
say,
magic.
yeah, go for it. I'll be
Okay,
back in a
detect
bit.
magic.
Is this when you can go hunting for yourself?
Yeah, so he's going hunting. Oh, it's a scavenging for some apples.
14.
40, okay. Take you about 20 minutes to find some. A nice apple tree.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Do you want to go with them? Or do you want to stay next to Talbot?
I'll stay next to Talbot.
Okay,
Because I know Talbot.
KT will go with you, just so you're not going off alone.
Corey Tori's on my shoulders like a,
Yeah,
like a fucking kid. Just like the fucking the kid on the shoulders.
I can see it tall from here.
Corey Tori's my emotional support because every time I get pissed off, Corey Tori's always helps level me out. So
Perfect. So the time will elapse. Talbot will cast Detect Magic, right?
Yes.
All right. High or low?
Low.
Okay. It is magical.
Oh.
So you have that. It is because you can determine the school of magic, correct?
Yes.
Enchantment magic is placed upon it.
If you walked over your horse, you're gonna fall in love with your horse.
Bet.
I think we send someone in as a guinea pig. Bousta, you got this.
I'm still out collecting apples. I'm not there yet.
Well,
Because if the ritual takes 10 minutes and it takes me 20 to find apples, I'm still not there
It'll be
yet.
20 for finding it and coming back.
Yep.
so this is to Talbot then. I say we send someone in as a guinea pig.
I grab a ration and I throw it through the archway to see if it affects inanimate objects.
Baylor appears. I'm kidding.
Paylor.
Paylor. No, nothing happens to the inanimate object.
I'm sticking with my original plan.
Gangers will go.
Yes.
Get lit. And he walks through. Nothing happens to him.
Okay, now someone else. Let's send a horse in.
Well, he was on the horse.
Oh, I thought he was off.
So him and
'Cause
the
I-
horse will just walk through and nothing will happen.
Okay, good.
I feel pretty safe then.
I think it's good to come in. Get lit.
Get not lit.
Get not lit.
I'm sorry, what? Get not live?
Lit. Like
Yeah,
don't
so anytime-
light up.
Anytime Gangreth lights up his flame tongue longsword, it's get lit in order to light it up. So we were joking like get not lit was to turn it off.
Yeah.
Did you feel anything when you went through the arch?
No. Because I'm itching for combat.
All right, Talbot, you go next.
Hey, I'm back with the apples. What did I miss?
That's fine. I'm okay with that.
I cast dispel magic.
What's going on? I like slowly feed the apple to my horse.
You cast dispel magic on it?
I do.
Okay.
The entire thing shatters.
The structure crumbles and is now destroyed.
Well, that was a dick move. What'd you do that for?
Wow, what the heck?
Okay, let's not address the questions that the Elephant Man has. Sure, alright, cool. Yeah, I just go apple picking for nothing to help all of our horses, but no, I'm the asshole here. As I start feeding apples to all the horses.
I was not sure what the enchantment was, but it appears that it was to uphold the structural integrity of
Okay, wait,
his
so
archway.
that was the pathway going?
Yeah, the halfway. The archway's gone.
So we can't go any further.
I mean, no, you can still go through. It was just like a decorative archway.
Okay. Well, let's just keep going then. No big deal.
Yeah, let's just keep going.
You guys.
Just
Is
go.
there not like a way that we can put this? Nobody has mending, like nothing.
Why do we need it? Let's just go. We're wasting time.
I feel like I've just desecrated a national monument, even though I didn't even do anything. I feel like me being associated with you guys, like I just feel dirty.
It's not a big deal if it fell apart that easily.
We don't exactly know the magical effects. It could have been
Let's just
something
go.
more.
We gotta get. We
so-
have a goal to reach here.
If anything happens, I'm throwing you two under the bus.
Hi.
I don't know what a bus is, but I'm throwing you two under it.
As you guys ride about 10 minutes in, you'll see a nice open area, and in the back you'll see a nice little cabin, very well kept, very pristine and clean. On your left side, you'll see a execution platform.
Like a guillotine? Like
Yep, guillotine, a place to hang, and like 3 benches.
well, that's just fucking morbid.
And on the right, you see another passway. But you do see a place to put your horse in a little stall, a horse stay, on the back right of the cabin.
Alright.
I'll go put the horse up.
All right. You all get this strange feeling of following the passageway a little bit further into the woods. You don't have to go. You can simply ignore it and go inside the house. It's still about like 11, 12 o'clock in the morning.
In
So
the morning.
Where does the pathway feel like it? Like, is there like a sense of where it leads to?
slightly deeper into the forest, but it doesn't seem dangerous. Seems like a walking trail.
I feel like Gangreth would just go out of instinct, and
I
then
do too.
Boost is going to follow him in order to kind of keep reins on him.
That's fair. Does anyone want to go with them, or does everyone else want to stay?
I'm thinking.
Where are you going?
I'm gonna stay by the cabin.
I'm following him. I'm looking for adventure.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay by the cabin. I'll watch the horse.
Okay.
Mine. And if you wanna leave your horses,
I
I'll watch them.
throw an apple at Thereus.
Hits my butt and bounce off. I don't feel it.
You know, the point was for you to catch it, but yeah, alright, sure, fucking whatever. See you later then.
What is KT going to do?
KT would just do kind of just chillax because they know Bousta and Gangrous can take care of themselves. So KT will stay with horse, or actually KT will go investigate the execution area since that's what he would do since everyone else is just doing other things, cover the ground.
I'm going to say, well, don't be there too long. Come back. Come back when you're done, and if you die, it's not our fault.
I'll keep in touch if anything bad happens, or is going to happen. I'll message you on the gem earring thing.
Yes, it's called an eye ring.
Yeah, that, sure.
Alright.
All right. Well,
Sorry, I had a Samgong back in Ravnica, so I don't know.
I'm going to. I missed that gadget. It was a good one.
Yeah.
But I will be in the house. Call if you need.
Alright, we'll go ahead and go with Bousta and Gangrous. So you guys will travel the pass for a little bit. It's a lovely pass. At one point it does get a little romantic. It's just the lighting, the animals hearing, the serene environment. The guys don't feel threatened. So you're like, oh man, this is nice. It's nice. You eventually...
Gangreth and I work through our emotional trauma from the House of Ed.
Yeah, quick to go to another cabin in the woods.
We talk about how, like, maybe we shouldn't step on each other's toes and maybe work together. Try and work through it. Gangreth is hard-headed and Boost is an old senile man, so it takes a while, but the setting definitely helps them talk about it.
Yeah. You get that awkward, we talk to you, understanding you.
Yeah, it's definitely masculine and definitely not all romantic.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, absolutely, there's nothing happening here.
You will get to, it will kind of dip a little bit, so you guys are going a little bit down here, and it kind of plateaus, and you get to this lovely pond that has one rock in the middle, and you'll see this humanoid creature just on her knees, kind of washing some clothes. Just her by herself, nice little hat and a very fall attire. Looks about human with black skin, and she's just humming to herself, washing some clothes.
Do I recognize the tune she's humming?
Roll me percentile.
23.
Okay, high or low?
High.
Okay. Not right away, but if you were to look at her for about 5 or so minutes, it would be
that just seems creepy.
if you do.
No, yeah, that just seems creepy,
you will,
so I'm not gonna...
Okay. So no, then no.
Yeah, that just seems creepy if I just stand there just for 5 minutes, just...
You don't do that?
Staring at women washing clothes? No, I am a man of class, thank you.
Are you though?
I am. Thank you very much.
Respectfully.
Respectfully, I am. Respectfully. Good morning, afternoon. I don't know. Time's kind of an enigma here.
She'll stop what she's doing, put them. You know, it's a little wash pail. You know, stand up. Well, hello.
Hi.
It's very. Looks like the woman is in her late 50s, early 60s.
Swear to God. We've already had 2 people late in the past 24 hours of this campaign.
Oh God!
You put the old lady here.
Oh, I wasn't even thinking about Bousta.
Hi. Yeah, it's gonna sound very weird, but my companions and I were traveling through the forest and we felt like this path calling to us and it brought us here.
Ooh, this pass is very special. The cabin's very special. It has very fond memories in it.
I'm terrified to ask because the last place that we went to that was filled with memories was kind of traumatizing.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It's fine. I have a lot of issues. It's fine.
But it's still nonetheless a memory.
Is this going to be another fucking cabin? I don't want to stay here anymore.
Are you okay?
No, I'm not.
Were you like a pleasant memory?
Yes, actually, for once.
Okay. She waves her hand, and the most pleasant memory of your life suddenly pops up into your head.
I think it's the day that like the young Vet Elkin boy gave me sentience.
Yeah.
And Bousta literally just breaks down. Like he's a very strong guy, but like the whole like guardian bodyguard facade just drops and just not necessarily an existential crisis, but just reliving one of the most important moments in his life it's very surreal. And it's one thing of like having that flashback and going, yeah, that was great, but it's another thing of actually like seeing it and living it again. Is what probably definitely puts a different perspective on things for Bousta.
Feel better?
What? I'm sorry, what the hell was that?
You wanted a pleasant memory, so I brought one up from your subconscious.
Pull out a flask and just... And exactly how are you able to do that? Because that seems... I mean, I did consent, so I can't really complain. Just continue. I'm going to stop talking.
It's okay. How about one of you big, strong gentlemen gather my things and we can walk and talk back to the cabin.
I feel like Gangreth and I kind of like butt each other aside to be the righteous strong man. Like, no,
no, I got it. No, I got it.
Blue is for Gangreth. Purple is for Bousta.
All right.
Gangreth.
Alright, Gangreth wins.
Gangreth beats me too because I'm too emotional too. I'm still trying to process what just happened, so Gangreth has a little bit better reaction timing and is able to butt me out the way first and grab the basket.
She'll just kind of like wave her hand and her festive cane will appear and use it like a walking stick. So while you guys are doing that, we'll switch over to KT. KT is just looking, Ka! Yeah, you shouldn't do this.
This is not really safe. Sharp. I mean, Ka!
God, this is very sharp. Ow! Oh my! Well, so we'll go ahead and do Talbot.
It's one of those sounds that echoes throughout the forest, and you see it zoom out as all the fucking birds fly away.
Oh my!
Sure.
Talbot and oh my god.
Had a large breakfast.
What would you two like to do? I know you, Talbot says she's heading to the house. You gonna follow Talbot?
No, I'm gonna stay out and just observe things.
Okay. So Talbot, you're going to head inside the house.
Yeah.
All right. As you get to the front door, same writing is in the door frame. Not the same exact words, but different. So half of it's Inferno, half of it's in Halfling. And the door is a nice wooden door.
Thereus,
Yes.
we have the same markings that was on that archway earlier.
All right, I'll come over.
Okay. All right.
All right. Let's see what this says.
So your part would say, at first I was in denial, and then you can't read the rest.
Okay.
So at first we were in denial.
So what it says, the part that I can read. At first we were in denial. That's it. That's all I got.
And this is in Infernal as well?
Correct.
I'm going to open the door.
It does not open.
I try to open the door.
It does not open. It does have a keyhole, though.
Ooh.
You're not... I mean, I could spend the time.
So
I
do you
guess.
just wait for everyone?
I'll see if it's... If my suspicions are correct, it is most likely magical, but, you know, I could see if it's magical, but it's locked and has a keyhole. I could also just see if there's a back entrance. Do we not have a... What is KT?
KT's a monk.
I get on the iRing and message all of the people in our party and go, does anyone know how to open a lock?
I mean, KT's probably your best bet.
I could punch it.
Like Gangreth and I could knock it down, but that's probably a very impolite way to open a cabin. We found a really nice old lady who we're walking back with now, so we'll see what happens.
Maybe she has the key. Maybe she lives here.
She did mention the cabin in a very sweet manner, something about memories. So I swear to God, if it's another Eugene memory house, I'm going to shoot myself. I don't know what shooting myself really means because I don't have a bow or a crossbow. But hey,
Oh, don't
I'll
worry.
figure it out.
I have one.
That wasn't an offer.
There's a lot of dry blood over here.
I take the opportunity to like really look around.
Okay.
Is this familiar to me?
I don't think Talbot's actually been here before. But you dare.
Out of game, this was the cabin in which that one person was executed for bringing Cthulhu.
Yes.
Peter was.
That is where Talbot was first brought in.
Oh.
With Beryl.
So that's right. So yes, you've been to this location before.
I can tell that she's like remembering, so I
Yeah.
asked her, "You been here before?"
Love that.
This is where I first met the group.
So you do know who was executed and whose dried blood that is and everything.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I know whose blood that is.
Oh.
What they twist? Sorry.
No, it was someone who had brought Cthulhu and was a major player in that. I think He was, I don't know what he was before, but yeah, no, apparently this, he used to be a former party member of the group.
Okay.
But then he brought Cthulhu into this world, and so they committed him, executed him,
Who,
It was like,
and I was there.
so
I was there for that
well-deserved
trial.
death.
who executed him? Says KT.
It was a member of the North Stars, a higher up.
Oh.
He was questioned, and he was under the belief that he was wanting to help, but there was sufficient evidence enough to suggest that it was because of him Cthulhu had made its presence known in the areas, and he said, "I would rather die than be stripped of my magic," because that was the initial punishment, was to have him stripped of both of his magics. I'm not entirely sure which magics it was, but he opted to rather be killed than to be stripped of his powers.
Ah. I see.
And so he was executed.
That sounds very sad.
Well, he brought Cthulhu, so it probably was worth it.
I'll say it deserved death.
Well then. Don't really know what to say to that, Ka.
I was there for the trial, and that's how I met the group.
And now you're back here with another group. Is one of us going to get executed?
No,
Okay.
I don't think so.
Whew.
To be fair, this was a long time ago.
Ah. Well, I'm glad that at least this is under different circumstances that you're here.
Just passing through.
Well, it looks like hopefully once we can figure out how to get open, we'll have a nice place to stay, it seems like.
Well, I get on the I-ring, and then I tell everyone to exercise caution, because I don't know who this old lady is.
Alright, and as Bousta and Gangers are walking back at a nice gentle pace.
Does she say anything as we're heading back or no?
If you have any questions to ask her, she's just enjoying the weather and the company and just saying, I remember when this forest was ravaged by orcs and bandits. Some bad times here.
How long have you been around here?
Oh, about 60 so years. These parts are my favorite. Or at least these words are. I come back every now and then.
Talbot, can you try to say something real quick? He's not saying anything. That's fine.
Travis, can you say something really quick?
What if I don't want to?
You're just doing an audio check for Smiley. Couldn't hear me for a sec.
Yeah, so I come back here every couple of years just to enjoy the memories of the forest and the trees, and to get updated on the newest happenings going around.
What's your original connection to this place?
Oh. I had the fondest memory here. Oh, sorry, I gained the fondest memory here. With a beautiful memory.
You
Full
phrase that in a very weird way.
Full of love, passion, and acceptance of each other.
You say gained a memory, not the way you phrase that doesn't feel like you experienced it.
Correct.
What do you do with memories?
Enjoyed them. Just simply watch them and replay them.
Can I insight check that?
Yeah, go work.
What a stalker.
It feels very
Stalking vibes.
The way
Roll.
she phrased it. Just,
Natural 17. No, I'm kidding. What do you get?
You can. Christy, you want to
No,
confirm?
I believe
What
you.
is it?
Nat 20.
Nice.
I always like, especially when I'm at the table, if I roll a nat 20 for someone else to confirm it.
No, I always take you guys at your beliefs.
Yeah.
Because if I do ever catch you lying, the next 3 attacks, nat 20, nat 20, nat 20. I'm sorry, you gotta take my word on it. So what exactly are you inciting on this?
The way that she's phrasing it feels very weird, that it doesn't feel like she experiences it, but takes it from people. Like, not in a sense like when the House of M, like, if we touched a book, the memory became ours, but like that she physically takes memories from other people.
Got it.
That's the way that Bousta is reading the situation, and it's making him very on edge.
Okay. So since she hasn't clarified that yet, your emotion is like your brain's racking through it,
Yeah.
and that's the conclusion you came to. If she does clarify it, it'll be different, but that's what you're at right now.
The way in which you're phrasing things is making me very on edge. I'm going to be flat out honest with
She
you.
stops and gets like 5 feet in front of you guys and turns around. Well, ask away.
Do you physically like take memories from people, or are you just watching the memories play out?
I go to spots and collect the memories of the locations and then follow them until the end of it.
But it doesn't remove the memories from the people.
Oh no, I never take memories from people, just the locations.
And where do
Well,
they
not really location. I gather. I let their location tell me of the memories.
And is it like an aura thing, like in the air, or is it like from like the plants and trees? Like, how does the location tell you these memories?
Oh, just everything. Plants, trees, the ground itself, the dirt, the water, the air. It's one of the things. Now, I don't take people's memories because it's unethical, but I'm able to bring up memories from people.
As someone who she literally experienced it from me, like I can see that, and I like try and like recall the memory she just showed me, and I can play it in my head, and I just kind of nod and just agree and just walk with her.
Okay. More than welcome to ask any questions. I am glad to answer.
I don't think Bousta has any more questions. I think
Gangers will just walk as well. A couple minutes later, the group that left will come back and see everyone kind of outside the house, and you guys will see the elder lady that I described show up with them.
as we walk up, like as it clicks with me. Oh yeah, I never asked you what is your name?
Grandma Claudette.
I hate you. I hate you so much.
Oh my God.
I hope that a halo blows this old woman to the ground and gets eaten by 17 cows.
Grandma Claudette is one of my favorite characters.
Well, hi everyone. We're back. This is Grandma Claudette.
Hi.
Grandma Claudette. This is everyone. I'm Bousta. This is Gangreth. That's Thereus. That's Corridori, aka KT. And that is Talbot.
Nice to meet you.
With introduction out of the way, we're back.
Pleasure.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Do you have a key to the cabin?
I do not, but I can get the door open. Y'all seem like you need a time to relax before you go into a great ordeal.
That would be appreciated.
I just ask that you do not use the master bedroom.
I look at Gangreth.
Oh, okay.
All right. And
Wait, question.
Yes.
Why?
It has a special place in the house's memory. They like to keep it untouched.
Fucking House of M bullshit.
So
Sorry.
this house, this is another memory?
Oh, another memory?
We just dealt with a cabin in the woods that was very linked to memories and things like that. So
You mean that little shit Eugene?
Thank the gods
So you're
someone
not a fan
shares
of
the
Eugene.
opinion I have. All right.
No, he doesn't share his memories or any events that go on with him. He keeps them to himself. He's a little shit.
I like her already.
Anyways, we can discuss more inside. I feel like it's going to snow.
What do you mean snow? It's the middle of summer.
Sus snow.
That's what I was hoping. Like it's like a sunny day. What do you mean snow? It's the middle of summer.
She walks up to the front door and kind of wave her hand, and the door opens. She goes inside.
I like sprint inside. Is there enough room for like the horses inside as well? Because I don't want them just be out in the middle of the snow. Or is there,
their
like, a
little
stable area?
thing kind of just like extends out.
Oh wait, the whole.
They have
Oh.
fur.
They have cover now.
Never mind.
How
Horses.
convenient for
One
the
nod
horses.
for yes, two nods for no. Are you guys okay over there?
Nay, motherfucker.
Fantastic. Wait, did it just say motherfucker? Yeah, whatever.
You guys, as you guys all entered, the torches on the walls, everything just light up. The nice couch, lovely fireplace, a very, cabin in the woods.
I'm feeling uncomfortable.
She goes and sits down on the couch and puts her feet up.
I stand. Kind of taking it all in.
Well, welcome to a cabin in the woods. It doesn't have a name.
Part 2.
It's just a cabin.
I doubt that it's just a cabin. Grandma Claudette, you've been very hospitable to me and my questions, but the last cabin that I was led to believe that it was just a cabin was not just a cabin. And the way you talk about the memories and how the house wants you to keep the master bedroom like itself, it leads me to believe that this is not just a cabin.
Well, let me, I guess, explain a little more.
Please.
When key events happen in the world, it produces a...
Oh, here we go again.
What? Do you already know? Because if so, I'd gladly not tell the story.
Guys, shh! I want to hear a story.
Well, when key events happen in the world, or to happen to certain people that are very important and dramatic, it makes a little, you can say, little key or pin drop inside of the world, and those key locations or key events brings out memories. And so the location that key events happen have somewhat of a personality or have a will of its own. Not saying that they're living, sentient things. They can simply, the location could be bulldozed over, destroyed, and changed. But if they're preserved, they become an anchor. And will have very significant things in a timeline. And this is one of them.
And
Between two people.
And the one I was talking about earlier is another anchor.
The pond?
The cabin that we were at before, the one that also collected memories in a similar fashion.
Oh, that's Eugene's.
Okay.
His is a different little story.
Okay.
But this cabin in the pond, plus the execution stand, all key points.
So why did the pond draw us in?
It was mainly me, seeing who visited. I got a sense of when someone destroyed the archway. So I wanted to see who I can draw to me.
Sorry, that was me.
Nah, well, you're gonna probably get billed for that. He pays high.
That's fair. May have to set up a monthly bill that I might be able to pay, but I do apologize.
That's okay. He pay high, but his interest is low.
So, are you able to tell us what the languages on the beginning, we know the initial part of it was, at first we were in denial. What does the rest of it mean?
Oh, I only speak common. I don't know the next part. But I know it's in halfling.
Are you able to look? I mean, I have suspicions that it's in halfling language if you understand it.
Well, unfortunately, I don't unless I dive deep into the memories of this location, and diving too deep can corrupt the memories. And I like to just keep a surface collection.
So, from what I'm gathering, you're more of a dream chaser.
More of a, I mean, I guess you can say that, or more as a memory holder, or collector.
Memory preserver?
Yeah.
What is wrong with your Discord then?
You can also call me Madam Memory. I'll take that as a name as well.
I just really know his password.
When you have a sec, can you help her out with the password for the Wi-Fi? Apparently her computer's fucking up.
I'll send it to you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Because I can't hear Talbot at all.
Keep going, Travis.
So, when you come across these memories, do you ever watch it?
Oh yes, I do watch it at first, but I think it's too graphic or too sexual. I get the gist of it.
Are we able to see some of these memories? Or is it only able to be observed and seen by you, Madam Memory?
Oh, I can. So that's the password, and then the Wi-Fi is going to be the link here. Yeah, if it would take me about 10 minutes to conjure up a circle, but then after that we can see a allotted time in the location that what happens here. So if you like to see what happened inside the house or outside the house or at the pond, we can do that.
And are you able to teach this ritual to other people in order to set that up?
Oh, no, it's just a gift that I have. I do not plan on passing this down.
It was worth a shot. Worst thing you could say is no.
Oh, I mean, unless one day you like to take my job, I'd gladly retire.
Your job and what specifically?
Making sure memories become anchors.
And so when a memory becomes an anchor, what exactly does that mean?
Well, I'm assuming since you know Eugene, you know about his timeline.
Yes.
Sadly.
Correct. So, time is very fickle. But in time, key things happen, which cannot be changed. They're unavoidable events that no matter how hard you try, you will never be able to change. This is one of them. No matter how much someone will try to go back and change this event, it will never happen. Those two will always find this place. Will always find their love, and will always unfortunately go their separate ways here. Or will never talk about this location. It will always happen no matter what, whether it happens in the beginning of their lives or towards the end of their lives. Had became a permanent anchor. And I visit permanent anchors every now and then to make sure it stays permanent anchors.
Do you know how many permanent anchors there are?
Ooh, quite a bit. But I'm getting ready for the next big one.
Do you know where or when?
Oh yes, whenever you guys gather up the army you're looking for. Once
That is apparently an anchor.
Yes, it is one of the key anchors in this timeline. Once that has fully done, I'll be spending quite a bit of time there making sure it stays a key anchor.
What is the significance of an anchor? Like, why do you need them?
I make sure that the timeline doesn't fibble-fabble too much.
So we understand that in this particular timeline, because it was created by Eugene, it is the perfect timeline. There is no corruption. There is no manipulation of that. However, in the reality that we were based in beforehand, that one has branches of people attempting to manipulate or to branch off that particular timeline. With these anchors in this timeline, it's ensuring its
Less corruptible.
time lineal integrity.
Correct. And then once this timeline is permanently stable and time repeats itself, then this timeline can have its own diversions. But until then, anchors are key.
I'm willing to wait some of these memories.
Okay. Should we do the inside or outside? I will only do one. Or at the pond. Or would you like to see him be executed?
I feel like you guys already lived him being executed. Ooh, you should do something
I've
different.
already seen the execution. I would like to know the inside.
If the point of these two people finding this place and meeting and going their separate ways is a key memory, I want to understand why.
Okay, well, one of the reasons is how they got here. But, unfortunately, I don't know the how. Unfortunately, the how doesn't matter. It's the fact that they got here is the anchor. But I'll be able to show you a little bit of the time spent here. Not all of it. There's just some enjoyable moments here and there. Don't worry, I'll cut off any sex if it happens. In case none of you guys want to see two people having sex in a memory.
No, thank you.
I nudged Talbot.
She goes, okay, so she concentrates, and this kind of weird of like clear magic happens. It's not divine, it's not arcane. It's just kind of this clear fluid magic, as though it's like a liquid. Kind of just forms around you guys, and these symbols that you guys haven't seen before appears, but they start from one like branch and then goes off to another and kind of connects and forms into this weave of electrical lanes that kind of hits one of the other, almost like a brain. And she'll weave her hand and then snap, and then you just hear. No, like it would, hit you and everything. You can feel the force, but nothing's hurt. You got the fine, and then you see, you hear a knock on the door, and then it just kind of opens, and then you'll see a very tall and beautiful tiefling with a very short halfling, both really kind of beat up, and then a unconscious wizard. Just kind of like draped over one of them.
Do we recognize any of the figures?
You recognize that the unconscious wizard is Eugene. He is full-fledged unconscious.
And I believe we would recognize the tiefling.
Yeah.
Oh yes, you recognize the tiefling.
I
And
do.
Talbot recognized the tiefling as Iris.
Interesting.
But you
And I would recognize the halfling.
And you recognize the halfling, yes, that's right, because Talbot met him. So these new players to you, you have not met them before.
No.
Is the halfling May
Out of game, yes.
Because I've met May I.
Oh, then yes.
May I was there when we rescued Iris and we were back at the tavern.
Oh, yes, that's right. Then yes, you do notice Iris and man. Sorry.
I'm looking at the memory and Bousta's just like, man, I really even after carrying her, she looks taller here.
You see them bring him in and kind of just like flop him on the couch as they go and make sure the room is safe. There's no dialogue. It's just all action.
Yeah.
And then that will fade, and you'll see both May I and Iris run down the stairs, kind of playful with each other. and everything, and then it'll zoom to another one of them on the couch, just snuggled up next to each other, watching the fireplace. Zoom to them cleaning the house and kind of like looking at each other, just kind of in that aww.
Gross.
Then you get a hint of lavender just kind of up in you guys' noses. Still only the two of them. You haven't seen Eugene ever come down or whatnot. You will then see kind of like a repeat of what a happy couple living together would look like.
Yeah.
And then it unfortunately coming to an end when you see Eugene coming down the stairs, pants on but shirtless, and all his ruined tattoos all over his body. And then
Man, this motherfucker's tatted.
he will see both Iris and May I kind of there, and their face kind of go from happy to kind of sad, realizing that their peaceful vacation is now coming to an end because they know what's going to happen next. And then that's where it ends. Grandma Claudette would go, whew, that was a doozy. I'm glad no one went upstairs.
You can't. We could have gone upstairs.
You don't want to see.
You can't show us anymore.
That's fair. Let's not go upstairs.
Is there a bar?
Yes.
Okay. This is a pause for Smiley.
Okay.
I don't know who Eugene is.
Which is fine. Eugene is my main character of the story.
Okay.
Getting you guys to do this quest.
Okay.
It's too much backstory to like introduce
no,
right now,
that's
but
fine.
yeah.
I just didn't even know who he was in the first place.
No, which is fine. He's
He's a dick.
Oh, good.
so Bar.
He created an entire separate timeline from the main branching timeline just in order to find love. He's a selfish bastard, and if he doesn't end up finding love by the end of this, I'm kicking him in the dick.
Gotcha.
Respectfully.
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 Well, yeah,
That's a lot to digest.
it is, and it's very cute. The pond was even cuter. Ah, those two.
Yes.
Are the
Unfortunately,
memories you're going to show us all the same?
and if I do it in the house, but unfortunately, a rule of mine is only to show one memory or one time lapse of memories. So when it comes to this location, unfortunately, that's all I am willing to show. Because I sense that you are decently good people or trying to do good in the world. So I didn't mind showing you. But I will not tamper with any of your memories, pull up any bad memories whatsoever. It's not my thing. I just want to make sure that memories are preserved.
I'm trying to think back on. I think it was common knowledge for Talbot that Iris and Typhon, because there was a huge ordeal, they were engaged. Am I correct, right?
Yeah, no, Talbot knows that.
Okay, wait. So Talbot, or anybody who was on the quest before, did you recognize anyone in the memory?
Yeah, I recognized all three.
As did I.
Okay, so who are they?
Well,
The short and arrogant one is May I.
Is who? Sorry.
May I?
Okay.
Yeah, he knocked me out, and I still hold a grudge against that.
Yeah, he did. Out of
But-
game, did you deadass knock yourself out?
He did.
I did.
He did.
That's
He
fucking-
knocked out his own
I
character.
I fucking love that. Anyway, continue.
He is a rogue, and the tall and purple tiefling is Iris. She was a bard, although she was very terrible at being a bard. but she was charismatic and had apparently liked to seduce and flaunt.
Can you think of any reason this memory is important?
Well, they look happy, so I'm assuming that Iris cheated on Typhon with Mai, and they were content with that. They assumed to be happy. I mean, they were sitting cozy on a sofa, smiling and laughing. There was joy.
The curious thing is, why is it a key point in time?
Exactly.
I only knew Iris when she was unconscious and we were trying to restore her body. And I only met Mai when we brought Iris back. So I don't know the context of the situation. But the fact that them experiencing this time in the cabin, it seems odd for it to be a key anchor memory.
Who's... I mean, Eugene obviously is upsetting them somehow. So, like... Maybe...
I get.
Do we know timeline-wise what happened, like...
Prior to this?
Yeah. No, not prior to this, but after. Like, after the cabin, but before I came in and Iris, when we needed to restore the two Irises.
So me and I do. I don't know if Travis
Yeah.
remembers, but for your guys' characters and for you guys, no.
Okay.
That goes
I mean,
a
I
long
know.
back.
I know, but that's a long.
Yeah. As a day one player, I assumed that you had at least an idea, if not you knew, but I didn't know if, like, I as the character would understand what happened.
Since,
I, as Travis, no.
Yeah, I figured.
but as the characters, no.
Okay. It just feels like a very weird point to be a key point. Like, us, like, gathering the army and, like, having a war, like, understandably, like, that feels like a very important moment as an anchor in the memories, but, like, this, it's wholesome, it's cute, but it feels odd to be an anchor.
Could there be any way that Eugene was in love with Iris? I don't know.
Eugene's whole thing was with Core.
Because they looked
Core's
like
mother? That was a
Eugene
whole
pregnant
weird
with
thing
her.
that transpired. What happened there? Like, that feels... I'm still trying to understand that whole thing.
Who are you talking to? Me or like Madam M?
I'm more kind of referring to Talbot because
Okay.
Talbot's been around a little bit longer. But this is also Bousta also kind of looking around to anyone that might have an answer to this. So it's basically going to be,
The general statement.
yeah.
What was the question?
But before we get to the question, we are gonna stop here for
You motherfucker!
our first part. We're gonna take about a 10-minute break and then pick back up.
Like and subscribe.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank
Don't
you.
forget to like and
Check out part 2 as it should be coming up soon.